All right, so here's a quick, interesting question. All right, let's forget about creation of the universe. Let's talk about pre-creation, pre-Big Bang. Is it possible out there that the universe hit a maximum expansion and then collapsed back on itself, only to expand again, to explode and expand again? I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, because we know there's black holes out there, so can black holes ever get to the point where, you know, their pull, what they counter, you know, can it reach the point where it's this much, right? I mean, normal escape velocity is what, 2 times the gravitational pull of the mass, right? Depending on the radius that you're at. Well, what happens over time when there's enough black holes that are created where the pull of black holes counter at some 2 to the nth of their gravitational mass, right? What they take up in dark matter. At some radius that keeps getting smaller as everything it pulls and everything collapses. Can it slow down something like this? The velocity of universal expansion, the kinetic energy that's there, is there a point where that reaches maximum? I don't know. I mean, it seems if everything came, you know, then there's laws, there's fundamental laws here, right? And that's kind of what I was getting at is energy can't be created nor destroyed, right? So is it possible that there was something before the Big Bang? That there was just this massive universe and it collapsed back on itself? Was there some point where the kinetic energy of expansion was overcome, not just by the emptiness of space and the black holes, by some kind of gravitational pull that slows that down when potential energy gets to be so small? Or maybe what happens, maybe this is positive, and maybe the potential energy reached as much as it could. But this overcomes, starts pulling it back. This large amount makes something so small that kinetic energy turns into something here to some nth. And then it can't overcome anything and it collapses back down on itself. I don't know, that's interesting. And I may be all wrong, but it's a good point to ponder, isn't it? Part of science is having imagination for what could be weird. And what's better in physics, right? Than trying to figure out the impossible. Well, you know, there's a lot of students out there that are trying to figure out the impossible. And you could help. Because maybe some of that is just trying to start a new career path. You could help. Every penny. Maybe you find a penny when you're out and then just roaming around. You're like, you know what, I know where that needs to go to, right? And then when you find a penny, you've saved up enough, maybe you've saved up enough change, you found enough change, you found a stamp and you're just gonna send it on. Can you send it 9 001 Stockdale Highway, Bakersfield, California, 93311. Send it attention CSUB. You're inspired. It's holiday season. Whatever. If this is making the difference, then please. But can you email me? You know, just donating money. If you want to remain anonymous, then that's fine. Thank you so much. But you know, converse. I mean, we're on this planet to connect with people. And thank you so much. I love your comments before. Some people notice that I have a speech impediment. When I was younger, I had to sit with a speech therapist. It come back a little bit. I had Bell palsy about, it was spring of 2012. Took way too many units, pressed myself way too much, got sick, right? So, sorry about that. You know, maybe I'll never be hosting a television show. That's fine. If I can host a classroom, that would be perfect enough for me. That and a research team, you know, I'm ready to give to you. I have ideas. So if I can offer up an idea and then that's worth something to you, then can you give back to us? Then that's great. I'm open source, just like, you know, there's tons of stuff out there, and I'm going to give you everything that I have. If you can give a little bit back in return, I'd surely appreciate it. Can you go to my GoFundMe account? A small donation. You know, the smallest you can donate there is $5. If you don't have that, then that's fine. Do you have do you have a stamp? Some change? Can you send it here? It'll make a difference for another student. I guarantee it. All right, well, this is me. I won't post as much on Facebook. I'll just keep posting on the channel. But if you like some comedy, or if you like talking about this kind of stuff, can you share me with someone? Can you subscribe? That would be huge. Subscribe and just share. Because maybe you can't help, but maybe somebody else can. And the more you share and the more they share, the more those that can will be in the know, and that will help someone out. Maybe it helps out me, maybe it helps out somebody else. Anyways, I appreciate it if you just keep watching. Thanks. I'm Clem. We'll talk at you later.